Hey, what's up, everybody? What's up? Oh, I gotta fix my printer, a little setting there. But, yeah, we got the YentaPi working. Sorry for the little bit of a delay. I wanted to make sure this script was running, so I actually just tested. I don't know how I can really show you this because it's going to show my API key, but, oh, wait, we can just pull up Mastodon. Right, we can just do that. Here, let's do that. Camera top left. Whoop. Open up a new window here. Let's go to social.chiefgeek3d.com. I am going to be having a PeerTube up soon for some of my TikTok videos, so we're going to have educational videos over in an open source format over there too. I was invited because of my little YentaPi project. Hey, thank you. What's up, CK enthusiast? Tony, how's it going over on TikTok? And then Zilf over on Twitch. Saw your test on... Yeah, Sammy Depresso, you were watching my Mastodon when I was doing all these API calls. There were people that accidentally thought that I was live. But yeah, I got this Raspberry Pi 3B Plus working right now. It's pushing Twitch notifications to my Discord, and it's also pushing Twitch notifications to my Mastodon. And the Mastodon one, I created the script for. It's called Twitch and Toot. You can find it on GitHub. I actually have it in the social links of my links if you want to grab it yourself, completely open source. I understand I'm not the best coder, so if y'all want to improve it, please. I do want to eventually get a systemd service file set up for this, maybe Dockerize it, and then work on end stream messages with this, so automatically when my stream ends, it'll pick from a selection of 5 messages. In fact, it should... Oh, I'm a dumbass. I forgot to remove my little file I had. So we needed to remove the last post time.txt. And these were my little API tests I was doing. These were all generated by the API. I actually got some contributions over Mastodon as well. And as we can see right down here, I was testing out with Vanessa Lopez. Oh, you ordered your first 3D printer? Mazel tov. Welcome to the addiction. So I guess I'm not saying mazel tov, but really. I'm sorry. Ernie, what did you get? I just got fiber with static package. Oh, you got a static IP package? Nice. You planning to host some stuff over there? I'm gonna try and use it when I get my internet fixed so I can stream, LOL. Hey, that'll be good. Yeah, so I do need some feedback on this. The code is a bit janky. I will not lie to you. I am not the best when it comes to coding. But I can show you basically what I did. And then we can get into a little bit of Warframe and chill. Am I going right there? I do have to rebuild my Prusa Mark 3S settings repo because I had some people asking and I keep forgetting to put my config files in there for you. Ender 3 Pro. Nice! Ender that Chief recommended. Okay, yeah. You'll be fine with the Enders. Of course, make sure to check out the 3D printing channel we have in my Discord. There's a couple of people in there that use Enders that can definitely hook you right up. I'm not an Ender person, so I'm probably not the best person to come to for Ender-specific troubleshooting, but we have quite a few helpful people out there that have gotten people from zero to printing in little issue. LOL, tell me about it. I just printed Lego on my printer. Don't tell them. Yeah, I'm 3D printing fidget toys most of the time. What the shit? Is my border missing? Damn it. It's freaking Atom plugin. Hold up. I think I know what it is. Ha! I'm still dealing with this Atom plugin's little quirkiness and stuff. And one thing I found with Atom, if you're going to be using that to simulcast with the Twitch while you're doing a Twitch or YouTube and you want to do the TikTok, you are going to... Hey, Soulspell, welcome! You are going to have to add assets in your main sources, hide them behind everything else so that your vertical scene viewers can actually still be able to call upon them. Because for some reason, I haven't gotten too into it, but it only pulls the assets properly when they're in the main view. So like all the assets that are in vertical are also in the main setting, but just altered. But I still have to say, hands down, OBS using the ATEM plugin for simulcast is better. I did have a crash right before I started the stream when I connected Tickfinity for the chat here, because I'm pulling my chat into OBS. Lego is the ultimate fidget toy. It absolutely is. My mom has like 3 bins of Legos that she will not return to me, along with my several binders of Pokemon. But there's also a reason that she and I haven't spoken in about 6 years, isn't there? What is a good app to connect to an RDP? At the one I use right now, it won't let me copy paste from my main PC. You talking about remote desktop protocol? What's wrong with the built-in RDP on Windows, unless you're on Linux? What is the Linux one that works so well? It's been a few years. There is a decent remote desktop protocol client for Linux. I can't remember it off the top of my head. It's been a while. Okay, yeah, use Linux. Let me see if I can check it. Alternative to... If I probably go to the list, I will probably remember what it was that I used. Remote desktop connection. No, not TeamViewer. There was a specific one that I remember worked on Linux that worked natively with the... Okay, No Machine is a cool one, but that's not what we're talking about. I'm gonna feel so stupid. Oh, God, there were a few of them. There was one I remember. God, what was it? Oh, XRDP. That probably is it. Is that it? Yeah, it probably was it. Or FreeRDP. FreeRDP sounds more like it was that. Let me look that up. As soon as I see it, I'm gonna be like, yep, that's the one I used. Yeah, I think it was FreeRDP. If you're trying to connect to a Windows computer, FreeRDP works great. But yeah, if you're VNC, then if you're trying to do one Linux to another, or No Machine. No Machine is a really great alternative to RDP for Linux if you're doing Linux specific stuff. Let's see, we got No Machine. I like No Machine because if I remember, as my friend explained to me, this one ties natively into Linux. I haven't used this one personally too much, but we used it at work on a couple of servers. Yeah. So there's a few options if you're in Linux. Of course, No Machine is one of the few that's like, they prefer Linux, but yeah, you can get it for Windows and Mac, but yeah. Do you do pfSense? Absolutely. My entire house is pfSense. Except for the Unify switches and access points. But anyway, oh yeah, janky code. Yeah, we were doing that. ADHD, welcome to the crowd. I did get ChatGPT to write me up a little basic description of what's going on here. ChatGPT gave me about 80% of the code I needed, and then I had to have Yitz walk me through Node.js because I haven't done it. Split it out to config.json. I was open in this project that there were parts pulled from the Twitch Discord bot, like the modules idea here. I could not for the life of me figure out the Twitch API, so I looked into this project because it works for me. Favorite pizza topping? Peppers. I got the static so I can work on a game server. Nice! I'm using Pop! OS for the encryption and RDP as main PC to keep my info separate. I mean, if it's a Linux to Linux machine, just No Machine. That's the system I would use. But, this is the part of the script that was a bitch and a half. It's only 91 lines, but, did it run? Did it post? That's a good question. Did it post? Did it post? Yeah! Yeah! This post This post, right here. That you are witnessing is the inaugural first notification from YentaPi on my own script for my own Twitch stream. Yeah. Oh, by the way, I am really, really loving Mastodon a lot more than Twitter, especially with the fact that my API use is free. It's free 30. That's the best kind of free. Yeah. It is ChatGPT assisted code. It's understandably janky. Ramin, something I think. He's live. I use guacamole. Use guacamole on pizza? My brain just broke. How does that work? Darn Social, I'm going to need you to explain. Oh no, Apache guacamole. Oh! Oh! That makes a lot more sense. Okay. So, now that we've got this script built out, I've pretty much been doing this all day. I am coded out. But the interesting things we're figuring out how to get the random thing there. So I have a 5 message selection here. I got to figure out how to eventually move that to the config.json and remove it from needing 5 options to be there. Because right now, as it's currently set, because of this array right here, I mean the math done up here, you need to have 5 options for this script to work properly. Because this basically just sets up an array and then randomly picks out of those 5. And then what the idea is that this script is going to keep alive on the Raspberry Pi all the time. You set it and forget it in your rack. And then it will handle your Discord notifications. It will handle your Twitch notifications. Because like as you see right here, YentaPi, right now, it's posting to the Discord. And as you can see, it's doing actually a minute, an update every minute. I have to remove the other updates. This one's handled by Me6. I got to delete that. That one's always delayed, although I'm surprised today it's now on time. And this one's StreamCord, which I used to replace the Me6, because this one was always on time, but I didn't like the fact that this actually had a paid-for version eventually if I wanted to, you know, do the same service for a few of my friends, because my idea was, a few of my friends that, you know, are streamers and stuff, if they want to go live, they get the benefits of, you know, getting alerts in the server too. So that was the whole idea behind the YentaPi project that I've been working on. But, yeah, it's been nice tinkering with that. I think, what do we got from my to-do list? So we got the Twitch to Discord monitor, Twitch to Mastodon monitor. I still got to improve that. Then I need to get my TikTok to Discord monitor. Then eventually I want to work on an RSS news to Discord feed for selective security feeds, things like that. We're going to have some nice things going on in the Discord, so people can get alerts to relevant information. I'm going to have to figure out how to parse that. I may have to use an aggregator of some sort to sift through that. And then, I don't know if y'all can tell, I'm a very musically minded person, so I'm going to have a music bot eventually pipe music into our Discord because they're starting to term service a lot of the stuff. And then we're going to be tinkering with an RTMP relay so y'all can see the old school ways I used to simulcast things, where I'm going to send it into one Raspberry Pi for my signal and it's going to blast out multiple places. This is technically the way that if you wanted to, you could simulcast to YouTube and TikTok. I mean, YouTube and Twitch at the same time, although that's technically a terms of service violation. If you had to make a pizza topping out of a Linux distro name, which one would you pick? Probably mushrooms. Because it would be a trip of an experience. But anyway, I know an open source music bot I use for my server. I'll see if I can find it for you. Appreciate that, Sammy Depressed. So yeah, just post that in the Discord and I will get working on that as well. because I know that's something I don't really need to code. There's a bunch of them out there. I just got to find a decent one so that we can have, like, when you're hanging out in the lobby and stuff, that people can, you know, chill out. So I'm very happy. This is working so far. So far, as I've said, my next goals on this are... Where is it? Future plans. Move Mastodon messages choices to config.json and unhinge it from the 5 message option requirement. Consolidate the last post time information into the config.json. What I'm talking about is currently the time that it's actually checking to see if I have it on a cooldown. So basically, if you post to Mastodon, it's going to check if a post was made by the script within the past 6 hours and will not post within those 6 hours. That's what I'm trying to get into the config.json. Add messaging for when the stream ends to post to Mastodon and thank followers. And then I want to create a systemd service to keep the script running and boot with the device hosting it, rather than just manually running it. So those are the next steps that I'm going to be looking at. I can probably get that knocked out within the next week or two. Of course, you are more than welcome to help me out on my GitHub as well. Actually, do have a pull request in there for the only 1 toot per live. Somebody actually on Mastodon was giving me... They're compatible in one way. You only send when the stream goes offline. For example, if the stream goes offline and goes back, it will send it, and which is what people prefer. You are checking every 10 minutes for the stream to be online, offline. So if the streams go off for a very brief period of time, it sent you would not send either. But in the way you're doing it, it checks for a 6 hours time period. The problem with yours is it will send every 6 hours because it's not checking if it's already sent. Which with my send announcement, I can fix that if you want. Tell me. Yeah. The intended use case, as you had described, I understand my way, is very janky, as I am rather new. Could tweak the most recent version. I can compare the pool and get that implemented. Hey Chief, Twitch hasn't completely banned yet. I'm not allowed to delete my account. Ban me. Why are you banned? You're not allowed to delete your account? That's weird. But, yeah, so he gave me a little pull request because I announced on Mastodon, and he's rewritten some of my code. I have to double check it because this is an older version of the code. Okay. I'll have to double check that when my eyes are a little bit better. Yeah, I'll definitely have to check that later. Because my eyes are kind of shot for text right now. But yeah, that's fun. Ah. So they haven't banned you yet? Really? Why have they banned you from Twitch, if I can ask? They don't want data from me. I don't want to give it to them affiliate accounts, so I stream TOS breaking content, and all they do is 3-day me. Really? Interesting. So now that I've gotten to my little tinkering, it's been a minute since I've done any Warframe. Let me log into my Warframe account. Anyone else up to any tinkering projects of their own that they want to share? I know CK was working on that motion controller thing, which looked pretty cool. There we go. I want to delete my account. They seriously won't let you delete your account? That's weird. Oh yeah, I forgot. I had stuff in the foundry. Gotta turn down the mixer. I should probably also get some music going for us. Let's see, what do we got? I'm feeling Jimmy tonight. I'm working on my website and making a YouTube video about privacy online for trans and queer people. Nice. Yep, it's an affiliate partner thing. You're on my PeerTube now. Nice. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get some educational TikToks and stuff out there for you. I was actually thinking about doing a PeerTube, but the issue was I'm already kind of stretching it thin between the Mastodon server. Where the hell am I going? I got the Mastodon server on masto.host. I'm about to spin a pixel fed, and then I was like, on top of everything else, I need a PeerTube. It's a bit much. But yeah, Sammy Depresso, if you need any help, advice, guidance for stuff on that front, please hit me up. Love to help you out.
Will you destroy this umbrella?
Not trying to, yeah, what do you call it? Steal your thunder. What the hell is my button? Was it C?
He's the key to finding the Lotus.
God damn it.
I can feel it.
It's been a while since I played this game. I can't remember what the hell button it was to switch the trigger. Okay, F? No, F just switches there. There's a way you can switch this to full auto. Is it Alt, Control, Shift, Tab? Ah, middle button. It's always the middle button. Giving me the middle button. There we go. That's more my speed. Linux Mint would be something. Yeah. I gotta remember that there's a TikTok thing. Is there a waypoint over here? Oh, it's because it wants me to. God damn it. Scamazon can get hosed. What does it say? I don't stream here or post to YouTube anymore, which is why I want to delete my account. Oh, I feel ya. So the honest truth is when I was looking at PeerTube and stuff for myself, that was before I was starting to stream and everything. The honest thing holding me back from that was it's hard to monetize those things. It's not that I don't believe in the principle. I mean, like, I'm more than glad to help anyone who's doing such to give content and stuff, because I know there's a lot of people that would take value from my content even if I'm not making money off of it. But they won't have access to it because some people just don't want to access certain things. That's cool. Yeah, it's 100 viewer backed, therefore the server is 100% user backed. Nice. Yeah, see, with me, with PeerTube, it just felt like it was going to be, if I was going to run it, it was going to be one more thing for me to run. And, as a guy who has already been stuck with all the IT infrastructure many times for other people's projects, no thank you. It's a big reason why I don't run my email server anymore. Besides that friends don't let friends run their own email server. I was actually looking at with Owncast too, but it's kind of the same story. Plus, I think the honest truth is, when you're talking about Owncast, it's kind of hard to get a good quality stream at scale, just because of all the bandwidth that's required and stuff. Is there any USB brand that you can recommend to install Windows, Linux? Any brand that you have your hands on is fine. I generally just tell people, I mean, if you can, avoid the inexpensive, cheap Chinese drives that you get at the store or something. SanDisk, Samsung, Kingston, those are good, but I mean, you're good with anyone if you're just trying to install it the one time or so. SanDisk, Samsungs, and all that are more my recommendations are you going to use this flash drive more than once, use it regularly, and all that? If the answer is no, it doesn't really matter. Just use whatever's inexpensive and available to you. Hell, I go to the Micro Center and I get the inexpensive ones all the time that break down after a few months. They're so cheap. Hey, Sugarloo, what's going on, girl? Thought about running an email server, but then I just settled on Proton Mail and paying for its custom domain. Honestly, I was running an email server. So I have Office 365 for the business stuff. Because Office 365 Business Suite just makes so much sense, especially when I'm doing my content creation stuff and all that. As I scale, you got Microsoft Sway, Microsoft, there's just so many different Microsoft products. What the fuck? Screen went black for a sec. Weird. But there's just so many tools that make sense for about $6 a month for Office 365. It's like, it's the reason why I keep telling people Office 365 makes sense for every business. Oh, you're gonna be a dick, aren't you? Oh, stun Umbra with a Void Sling? What the fuck is a Void Sling? Did I not equip something? Ah, damn it. This is a mission I'm probably gonna need Jay for later. I knew it! Repainted the bathroom and got rid of a bunch of junk in the office. Things are getting there. Mazel tov! I still got the 3D prints for you and the girls, by the way. For your toothpaste squeezers and phone stands and all that. Yeah, anytime, Alex. Alexander? I don't know. Some people are kind of weird about short names. Yeah, PureTube is best at 720p. I hear you about the IT. I'm IT for 220 plus sites for a day job, but to stay off the billionaires' and be able to offer options to the people we can't take who can't take works. Did I have any spots that weren't? You know what? Let's do a rail jack. Let's try a solo rail jack and just see how much my ass will get handed to me. Cool. I just didn't want to be a dick and, like, throw a shortened name at you, Alex. You know, I know some people get kind of iffy about that. So this is my ship. We haven't named it yet, but I was thinking of the name Timmy.
Near this sector, a decisive first strike will increase odds of victory by 147%. Incoming fighters, into stations.
Oh, and I do have bots that are as the gunner.
Enemy cruise ship on scope.
Oh, you're gonna be a dick, ain't you? I gotta run the big gun. Right. Because I'm solo.
I am seeing a lot of fighter shrapnel. Pilot morale destabilizing. Continue. Boom. Cruise ship eliminated. Focus on remaining targets. Remaining fighters are being called off. Excellent.
Damn it. It's another cruise ship. This is why it's better to do these with friends. Charging main cannon. Bye, Felicia.
Cruise ship down. That clears up some space. Enemy infrastructure neutralized. Filing mission as complete.
Okay, so... my ship's been upgraded quite a bit. That's nice. Timmy! I do need to figure out how to get Star Citizen working on Linux. I got it kind of working, but not really. All right, let's try an archwing. See how my archwing's been since I did this. What's up over on TikTok? How's it going? We're gonna stream for a couple of hours. I wanted to stream a little bit earlier today, but my issue was I got extremely hyper focused. Everyone wants to talk to me while I'm on stream. Do they bother me all day? No! There's got to be more fighters coming in. Or it's just because interception's starting. There they are. Nope. Mine, bitch. I forgot I can blink. All right, neutralizing Delta. And then we're gonna work our way back to Charlie in a sec. I will say that this is one of the few games that makes me want to get a HOTAS. Okay, they're going after Bravo. Are you going after Alpha? Oh, you're trying to go after me, you little weak little bitches.
Transference still holding.
Alright, we gotta go back to Delta. Speaking of my ringtone, is anyone actually upset over the Justin Roiland thing? Like, honestly, he didn't really contribute that much looking into... Where the fuck are you? Oh, there you are. You're right in front of me. I'm just blind. Alright, we need Charlie. Damn, this Moslin gun is really powerful. Okay, we need Charlie right there. I mean, he did a lot of voices, but he really didn't contribute that much to the story, was my understanding. Yeah, that was my understanding as well, and honestly, to any person that can do shit like that, fuck you. And I know some people are gonna be like, what about innocent until proven guilty? Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, hey, the Court of Justice has their rules, but then there's like certain things like, even if he does get, it's like, yeah. So the story is he apparently got charged with imprisonment and domestic abuse, violence, something like that. I forget the exact thing is. It's not good. It's not good. Period. Oh, they're at Alpha. Yeah, Justin Roiland. And like I said, I mean, so he was funny, but like, the best episodes weren't even made by him. And like somebody will say, well, what about Intergalactic Cable? Yeah, that was just everybody basically throwing shit at a wall and seeing what stuck. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, cool. Now you in my house, bitches. Oh, I'm right in front of the frickin' satellite. Alright, where's the next one? Let's go for another round. How much tougher can they get? Alright, let's get Alpha, and then we'll go for Bravo. Captured. Damn, next to you fire. I learned when I was a small child, no hitting a good idea doesn't make a good person. John Lennon was a trash human being to his fam. Yeah. Look, the fact that he chose Yoko. What, like, okay, I try to find the best in people. I cannot understand the Yoko Ono thing. Like, there was nothing that she did that really seemed to, like, be of... I could be wrong. That seemed to be more of a positive influence, because, like, she basically, like, pushed him away and, like, into, you know, away from a lot of the things he was doing, and then, you know, caused a lot of tension for a lot of musicians and stuff. Like, remember that video where she was screeching on the stream, and, like, they cut her mic? That audio engineer is an unsung hero. John. Hey, John. God damn it. Oh. I forgot to use my abilities. Okay, they're going after Alpha. Gotta go. Yeah, deep dive into Lennon's personal life. He was a dickhead. Absolutely. I love his music. I do have John Lennon t-shirts, but I do not idolize the man. To be fair, we shouldn't really idolize anybody, because, like, all the Elon Musk, you know, boys that are, like, fanboying over him, it's slowly becoming more and more evident it's an Emperor Wears No Clothes situation. Like, I've never been a fan of Elon, but I've never been a hater of Elon, if that makes sense. Like, I've always just never seen the hype about him. Oh, sorry. Stream chat caught you. Elon slander is permitted in this channel. Just as long as it's not bigoted. Like, how can you be bigoted, though, against him? Like, he's literally the, I take that back! The honest truth is, I've never cared much for Elon. I just have never really seen what the hullabaloo was about him. Like, there's nothing I can look at him and I say, oh yeah, you genuinely are the reason all of that actually exists and the world is better for it. All right, let's get to C. I really had no idea who he was until he started making headlines about moving factory to Texas, and I had no idea he played in Iron Man and Sheldon last year. Wait, what? So, here's what I have to say. Elon Musk... Okay, I'm gonna say something. Let me finish the thought, and then it will make sense. Elon Musk is the 2000 and 2010s Donald Trump that was of the 1990s. What I mean by that is, do you remember that in the 1990s, if you were around? Donald Trump was everywhere, and Donald Trump was who you wanted to be like. You wanted to emulate him. You wanted to be rich like him. Was it, I think, Mac Miller even, or somebody had, like, rich like Donald Trump or Donald Trump? You know, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air even had Donald Trump on the show. And, you know, like, all this. You know, like, he was, you know, he had the, what was the show he had? He had The Apprentice, all of that stuff. And... after a while, that popularity eventually was what undid him, because people started wanting to know more and more and more about him. And when you do that, people then see the real you. Elon Musk and Donald Trump both were popular and well-liked because the people didn't know that much about them. Now, the problem is both of them love Twitter. And that's what ultimately did them in. Let's try doing a survival. See how well I can handle that.
Your job is to distract the
I should bring this Pikachu hat to a rave or something sometime.
for much supplies.
Oh wait, it was this way.
Make your presence known.
Oh, that was explosive. Not goodies. Come out, wherever you are!
I'm sending life support capsules your way.
Let alone media coming after you for the past. Yeah. Like, I'm very, very thankful. In my past, there's nothing really. Like, I'll level with y'all. The most you're gonna find is when I was in college, I had the wrong friends, and we were smoking sometime, and even though it wasn't my stuff, cops turned around, threw the bag at me. I literally got caught holding the bag.
Life support incoming.
Hasn't infected anything with me. I still got, you know, the ability to carry firearms, all that stuff. Just one of those bond forfeiture things, but like, honestly, the worst you're gonna find in my history, a little bit of green. That's about it. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, there's like, okay, there was the time somebody gave me ecstasy, but that was not voluntary. They put it in my drink and said, hey, you like weed? And I'm like, that's a totally different thing. We were at an infected mushroom Matasyahu concert.
Activating.
It would have been a great time to be rolling if I knew what the hell I was on, but all that does is just ruins the show. Oh, did the chat mod get... Oh, it looks like Sugar took care of that. I thought something got triggered. Okay. Sent your ass flying.
Get ready for a capsule.
Shit, out of energy. Need more energy so I can spawn my progeny.
Another life support capsule is now available.
You'll find a Discord log of me saying some deranged stuff during a psychotic breakdown. That's it. Wasn't that bad. It's a bad look optically, you know. Yeah, totally. I got a couple of friends that they, you know, hey, we all have our bad days. I'm a pretty chill person. You know, I'm not gonna say it's okay to do in the server, but I'm gonna say, you know, if you have your moment, there's a moment of understanding. It's the issue if you're doing it as a repeat thing. Everyone has their breaking points. Yeah, if you looked into me, you'll maybe find I crashed my school network a few times in elementary school, but that was purely for that was purely for ethical reasons. The IT department didn't believe my security exploit issues with Windows ME and stuff. So, 5th grade me just decided to make a point and crash the entire school district's network. And my dad actually went to bat for me because he's like, did my son tell you it was an issue before he did something? So why didn't you listen to my son? Well, because, you know, we thought he didn't know any better because he's in 5th grade. And he's like, well, I think you know better now. It sounds impressive, but when you understand it's Windows ME and they were running Novell NetWare, it's not that impressive. It was not that hard to buffer, like, basically overflow the, what you call it. What the fuck are you? You are fucking me up. That's what you are.
Sentient fighters adapt to your attacks. Hit them with something else. The raid is off to a successful start. Action is available if you need it.
All right. I think I'm getting close to my limit on this. But I did at least complete the level. That's good. Hey, Minority Gamer, what's up? Windows Emmy, insert hide the pain Herald meme. Yeah, you know my pain. What's your favorite frame? I so far like Caliban. It's a bit different. To be fair, it was like, I think the second or third frame I actually got in this game.
I've delivered another life support capsule.
Oh, I need a life support capsule, that's right. I almost forgot what fucking game mode this was.
Life support has been replenished.
Ah. That's right. I don't have my android dude anymore to collect the stuff for me. I was born in 2003, but my grandmother used ME till like 2013. Who the fuck actually used ME in their home? Like, that was the one thing everybody knew, like, we agreed on. There was a, you know, neighborhood meeting. That was a joke, but more or less.
Life support has been replenished.
Oh, exits. Exits up top. Okay, I got you. You gotta learn how to read these maps. Which I still can't do.
Another life support capsule
free
is
shit.
now available.
How's the job search? It's not really going anywhere. I'm applying everywhere, but I think in the next week or two, I'm gonna be opening up the Etsy shop just so that I can, at least have some income coming in to pay bills and stuff. I'm not gonna be going full bore like I did before, because I need to sleep and eat and all that, but, just enough to, you know, pad the wallet. Can't wait until Soul Frame comes out. Yeah? What's the Soul Frame? She was very set in her ways. May she rest in peace, though. Even though I didn't like her homophobic shit. Yeah, I can feel that. So, would it be wrong to say, Sammy, that, wait, is the camera right here? I'm just gonna pour one out for your grandmother right there. Okay. You know, because she down there now. She a homophobe. I'm sorry. That's fucked up. I haven't heard of Soulframe. No, I've kind of been out of touch with Warframe for the past couple of weeks because I was busy coding and tinkering and trying to avoid the whole Twitter API shit and everything. Hey, thank you for the follow. Thank you for that follow, Ben Plays Games. Thank you. Oh, sorry. Yeah, we got a little receipt printer here. Thank you. Also got 2 more follows before I started the stream, apparently. Eternity TN and Darth Gandalf. Thank you for that follow as well, even though you may or may not be on the stream. Basically, it's going to be the new Warframe. Oh, they have a whole game. That one, yeah. When's that supposed to come out? You know what? Let's do a free roam. Let's just go randomly shoot some shit. Dude, 3D print tiny USB to antique media format fridge magnets. Might be a good seller. I'll have to look at that. I need to work on my AutoCAD skills. TechQ made a boot drive, Windows 11 Home that boots but then says missing drivers. Tips? That's a good question. It shouldn't be is it saying which drivers are missing? Is it the drivers to say, like, you can't find your media storage and all that? Sometimes what you have to do is, depending on the machine, you have to go to the manufacturer. There are drivers you have to preload. Like, I know in the case of my virtual machines, I have to preload a driver with not Proxmox, but yeah, Proxmox has one, before my virtual machine will see the storage. Same thing with servers and RAID cards and all that. So you may need to get the driver before from your motherboard and such. But it really depends on which driver. Of course, you're more than welcome to, John. Join the Discord. We have multiple channels to help you out. There's many people out there that are tech savvy and professional IT, as well as enthusiasts that can guide you through the problem. There's so many things that can be going on with that one. I just want to make sure I'm guiding you in the right place. Sundial. Yeah. So what I'm probably going to be doing is I have a collection of prints that I'm licensed to use either through their friends that have given me the file, or they are, licensed that way openly. So I'm probably going to be selling those. Quite a few of the ones you've been seeing on my TikTok, you'll probably be seeing those in the store. Do you think the Ender 2 is the best printer for a beginner? Best is really subjective. The better question would be, do you think the Ender 3 is the best printer for this particular budget? So the question is actually, what's your budget? And then we can determine what's the best printer based on your needs and wants based on which you can acquire. I am so ass backwards here, I didn't even know where the hell to go. It's been that long since I played. Oh, you can definitely buy some fidget spinners off of me. Unfortunately... Okay, let me put it this way. I love my Pikachu fidget spinners. I can never sell these because Nintendo's an absolute... See you next Tuesday. Wait, are you the Cybersmith? I mean, I may as well be at this point. I got 3D printers, I code, I got a home lab, and I can 3D print boom booms. Better turn my Dell Optiplex 7060 that was running Pi-hole into OpenSense system yesterday. Nice! You'll be much happier with it because I don't know much about OpenSense, but with PF Blocker, NG on PFSense, you can use the Pi-hole lists on PFSense, so you can actually do a lot more with the PFSense or in your case OpenSense than you ever could with Pi-hole alone. Because it can also do IP blocking, not just DNS. What am I doing? Let's, Oh, I don't want my neck. I want my Archwing, because I have that now. Ha ha! I can float like a butterfly and sting like a bee.
I give you coordinates. You go in, you work, nobody but you comes out. Good? Nuclear Bossman's been giving us no end of trouble. You're my go-to dinner. Make him go away, yeah?
Kanzu is right. We must create chaos to draw this Grenier commander into an open fight. Seized intelligence has revealed the location of the You've reached the location. Clear out any nearby hostiles.
That's from above, bitches.
You captured the location. Do not let them retake it.
Okay, defend the area. Here, let's just make this easy work, shall we? Fine. We'll launch you there. Now I got my necromech. Oh, right. I forgot. I got turret mode now. Was going to try open. Do you think Linux will ever become as popular as Mac or Windows? All right, let me give you a thought experiment. When you go find a smartphone, how many of them are Android? How much does Android run the ecosystem that we're currently using? And then when you think about it, I think the Switch is also Linux. SteamOS is Linux. Oh, I can blow up their ships now. I'm just fucking this shit up. Yeah, Linux is everywhere. How many Android phones? Yes. But yeah, gaming on Linux is already going to become very popular. I know there's going to be a lot of naysayers, but if the trend continues, this is what people have to understand. Every game developer is afraid of the Microsoft Windows Store. You want to seriously sit there and tell me Microsoft doesn't have this colossal ability to just rein in all the developers to be forced into the Windows Store and Xbox and everything, and that's just gonna sit well with everybody? No. Yeah, you like the Steam Deck. I need you to ask yourself, why is Valve investing so much money into Linux compatibility? It's very simple. Linux is the future if game developers want to survive. Microsoft is trying to Applefy their game store and apps and everything. Okay, where's this drone? Okay, I'm really confused. If it's a mechanical hard drive you found, hope it's still sealed and not banged around all the time. Otherwise, might sound like a zombie from The Last of Us. Yeah. True story. Okay, where is the drone? Wait, is that it?
That's it. The drone is under our control. Escort it to the extraction point before the enemy can destroy it.
Ah, you want me to yeah. I'm gonna escort that little weak little thing.
Don't let them harm the drone.
Don't let them harm the drone. Bro, I had a client with such a weird computer issue the other day. I'll have to see if I can find the sound that machine made. It's for real sounded like a velociraptor. Oh yeah, I've had jobs like that. Chances are bearings going bad in the fan or the hard drive's going bad. It's always something mechanical. I do like the gameplay of this game because you can get skateboards, basically, get hoverboards. You can fly, you got ships. You got mechs. You can shoot, you can stab, you can use a bow. While I kiss the sky.
They're sending a wave to take out the drone. Stay vigilant. The drone is ours. Analyzing history. Excellent. A possible lead.
Cool, we got some more standing. Put a spell on me.
See if you can draw the command out.
Just wondering where that was coming from. No, I don't need flashbacks. I'd have the same look as Dr. Grant. Who's Dr. Grant? Oh, Jurassic Park, yeah. All right, let's go get the commander. Come here, big boy.
That's it. Targets come out for a fight. Make it their last.
Lights out for boss man. You're off the clock, Tino.
And to use as a monitor PC. Only VR I want is to watch movies and swipe through TikTok, not games for me. I'm not a big fan of VR. I don't know if it's the implementations they currently have or such. I'm just not. Let's Tony Hawk this bitch. found the Velociraptor PC sound even funnier with my colleagues called it the Velociraptor PC in conversation. What in the Marty McFly? Need more power? I forget, I can only use my sidearm here. So... whoop. God damn it. They knocked my archwing out. Fine. Didn't want to have to go hard on you, but I guess we're just going triple X. Y'all done? Oh. Oh well. What is this? Apparently it's a bunch of ammo, which I don't need because my gun reloads. What do you have for sale we could buy from you? Well, I have merch in the merch store. I am planning on doing like plushies and stuff like that soon. I'm working on some different things. I will have my 3D printed store available soon. And then, of course, I've always got the subs and donations. I am working on the Etsy store in the next week. I got to, I have to submit my business tax info and bank account and all that because they have to do that filing and everything. And just for simplicity's sake, I run everything aside venture-wise through my business. Because personal taxes are already a bitch. That reminds me, I just made a separate LLC last year for my any server stuff to keep the liability off the main company, God forbid. Yeah, it makes sense. Get different buckets and everything. Especially with how overcomplicated between Trump and Biden they've made the tax system and everything. More Trump than anything. I don't care what y'all say. It's stupid. There's the whole, like, what, 1099K thing I think that came about with Biden, too. Although I don't know if that was... What time is it for me? It's about 11 o'clock. I accidentally jizzed out my head because I hit the wrong button. Okay, what the hell just shot me? Alright, I need to get back to Fortuna. Is it Fortuna? No, this is Cetus, I think. I also replied to me I'm wrong too, because technology should have advanced enough to not tank the performance of a computer when 50 Outlook processes are open. That sounds like a PEBCAC issue. And the question is over on TikTok, do I ever sleep? Barely, but I just got a snoring appliance, so my sleeping's been a little bit better. Wonder how high up I can get in this thing. You can get pretty high up. Oh, wait. Where the hell am I trying to head to? I do not know this map that well. Oh, Cetus is over there. Oh, I was near the entrance? Neat. Wasn't there like a whole bounty thing around here? I don't know. I haven't played this game in a while. So it's nice to know that my Archwing's doing well. I go through like 9 email services a year. I always end up going back to the Gmail webpage, Google Workspace at work. I've been using Thunderbird for about 15 years now. And then what I do is I have an OWL plugin I pay $10 a year for that works with my Office 365. And then I've got Proton.me for my personal email. I actually pay more for my personal email than I do my business email. I just realized that. I mean, it's $6 versus $12, not that much, but... Okay. I finally got a few things on free roam, so now we can do nicer things. Woo! Oh yeah, and I have to do the whole ship customization thing. Because I just got this room. We gotta make it pretty. But the way calendars, contacts and calendars sync just breaks my workflow. You do realize there's multiple plugins, and I use a few. Like, I'll have to show it later. If you're in the Discord, you are, Sammy. I believe you are. I will have to show you what I use and stuff. The honest truth is it's not that bad, but my way of doing things also works to integrate with my phone. I put most of my stuff in on my phone. So it works with my phone, it works with my computer, and it works with the web UI. So my way is designed for, I'm ADHD as hell, so it's more an issue of, I need to know no matter what I'm doing at any given time, it has to work. But I can show you how I do things. But then again, I have been using Outlook and stuff for many years, but I can walk you through what I do. Maybe some things work, maybe they don't. Let's at least clear out the void if we can tonight. Well, at least these couple of trails that I can do. Yeah. Yeah, if you get in the Discord and stuff, I'll just remind me sometime and I'll walk you through what I have. My stuff is very minimal. I'm not a minimalist. I just believe in a less is more mentality, if that makes sense. Except when it comes to my tech. That somehow is always overkill. Everybody do the wave! I'm still not used to the fact that this gun automatically reloads. Alright, we need to build out that energy. We're getting there. Alright, that's wave one. I see loot. Come on. Come on, they're just starting to get warmer. Come on, my barrel's just starting to get warm. Come forth, my children. Oh, this time that. I am also a terrible email hoarder, and I have been getting better. I was chatting with you in there earlier. Totally agree. Yeah, I'm an email hoarder as well. I like less on my computer, but I also have a lot of gadgets. Should I dual boot Pop! OS with Windows, or should I use a different distro? I'm familiar with Pop from time to time, and putting Linux on my school laptops when I wasn't supposed to. So when I like Pop because it's got most of the stuff pre-configured most people are going to want to use out of the box. So when it comes to Linuxes, you can use any Linux. The difference really is how much it's pre-configured for out of the box. Pop! OS is the one I like the most because it's literally, I can install that thing, install Steam, and game. There's not much more to it. Like, it's even easier than Windows to get set up for gaming. It's that easy. That's why I like it. It's just very user-friendly for beginners and professionals. But yeah, I would say Pop! OS is a nice one. As far as dual booting goes, that's a personal preference. I generally tend to tell people the virtual machine route just because of the reason of, there's very often where you're going to be like, oh, I want to use Windows and Linux, or, you know, do one thing or the other. You can dual boot, but, like, the use cases for such are lessening more and more over time, I'm noticing. Because virtual machines are just so good these days. You will hate yourself at the end of the day. Pretty much. I still have emails from 2005. Honestly, same. Well, not 2005. I didn't have my private email server then. I do have a few of my Gmails, though. I still have access to every email I have used, even since I was a kid. Including the ones I definitely had to stop using because their name was not appropriate for, job employments and stuff. Some games don't work on Linux or virtual machines. I'm working on upgrading my old-ass PC I got at a thrift store. Oh, I gotcha. No, I understand some games don't work in a virtual machine, but I'm just saying, like, if you're trying to do it from a gaming aspect, pick one or the other. You can dual boot, but it's going to be annoying and an interruption on your workflow and everything to just flip over for one machine. That eventually what you're going to do is you're going to figure out you're going to stick on one operating system. Because here's a little hidden secret about my machine. There's a whole other 1 terabyte SSD in this machine I don't even touch, which literally has Windows 10 Enterprise also installed. Because I was like, oh yeah, maybe I'll dual boot for, you know, some Windows games or stuff. No, I'm always working on something that I'm like, I don't want to reboot. I will just play another Linux game. So the only time I actually boot into the Windows partition, to change the RGB on the graphics card. And if you can see on the camera right now, it's still cycling. I meant to change that several months ago from my last update, that it kept, you know, doing that. And, I guess judging by the fact it's still rotating, I haven't even booted into Windows for that, have I? So that's the honest truth. Can you dual boot? Absolutely. Will you dual boot? Most likely you will not. It's one of those things you're gonna tell yourself you'll do because it may make yourself easier and all that, but you never actually end up doing. Linux gaming is better, and honestly, most of my games work on Linux, just some don't work. No, I'm in the same boat. There's a couple of games here that absolutely do not work. Or they don't work as well as they should, like, Dark Sector. I tried playing this on Linux. The cutscenes broke it so much I couldn't play the game. There's a couple other games, I think. Let's see, there's the Call of Duty ones, other ones too, but now I'm at the point right now, it's like, oh, well, I can't play that one game, but I can play these other 9. You know what I mean? Yeah, anything you want to be running on Linux should be always running. That's the absolute truth, because Linux is my hypervisor too, and it's running different virtual machines. Like, when I was doing some tinkering initially before I went to the Raspberry Pi, that's where I was pretty much at. Oh, that's neat. I can activate the lasers. All I wanted was freaking sharks with lasers attached to their heads. I also now use old phones just for any credit report I do that needs a number, so my credit report don't log every new number I add. You know, the honest truth is I have a VoIP number that I just burn for everything for that. And then I have a spam domain, SpammyMcSpammerson.com. No joke. I own that domain. And I literally, when there's those business card raffles and stuff like that, that's the domain I use for that. Plesk? Do you mean Plex or Plesk? Oh, web hosting. Gotcha. Not familiar with them. And thank you for the follow. The Youngish 23, thank you. God, I love that little receipt printer. That was one of my best ADHD ideas. I can't keep track of everybody that's coming into my stream, and I want to, you know, greet everybody properly. What can I do to do that? We're just going to have it print paper. You know, only if you were able to tell my 2D printer to be just as reliable as you, Because currently in, you know, level of reliability, it's 3D printer, receipt printer, 2D printer. Oof, run. I just use simple login for newsletters and those type of shit. I do too, because I use Proton, but it's so much more fun to tell everybody, yeah, my name is Moshe at SpammyMcSpammerson.com. Is that really your domain? Yes. Are you gonna read emails there? No. Like, literally, Moshe, the Spammy McSpammerson email is literally set to delete emails after 1 month. I never check it. I literally go in there and be like, oh, what's in there? Viagra ads. Interesting. My Canon printer breaks every 4th print. Yeah. Should chuck that in a cannon. The only reason they call it cannon is because you want to take your cannon and throw it in a cannon. It's not a name. It's a premonition. They might start blocking that domain. Honestly, who are they going to block? Like, I'm really just taking that email for inbound communications only. I'm not emailing anybody from it. Ha! I just stabbed you right in the face, bitch. Oh, yep, that was definitely...
Circumcision confirmed.
Oh, we got another one.
Circumcision confirmed.
I want something clever. Clever girl. Oh, see, now y'all are getting a little bit tougher. Nice. Got another wave?
Reinforcements available. Do you choose
Let's
to
go for another wave.
or continue fighting?
What is YentaPi? YentaPi is this Raspberry Pi right here. This exact Raspberry Pi. It's called YentaPi because it's a Raspberry Pi and it's a Yenta. It talks a lot. It's a Yiddish word. Basically, it's the town gossiper. You know, you go up to somebody, why are you such a Yenta? You know, they go gossip and talk about everyone and everybody's business. It's YentaPi. So YentaPi, its job is to push alerts from my Twitch to my Discord, my Twitch to my Mastodon, and soon it will also be responsible for monitoring from my new TikToks come out and posting them to my Discord. All the lists to put into OpenSense, but I gotta, it's shocking. Yeah, I don't know about PFSense, but PF Blocker NG, the new development branch that they've been having for like the past year or so, you can actually go through and download feeds that are pre-curated. If you do need a list, remind me later and we can go through my lists sometime when I'm not gaming. I'll be more than glad to show you what lists I use, and we can go through it on PFSense so I can show you why I do things and don't do things. And you can probably translate a lot of that to OpenSense, to be honest. It won't be a one-to-one comparison, but you'll at least have a good understanding. For YouTube upload alerts to Mastodon Discord? Absolutely! That's the next thing coming. I just haven't done enough YouTube stuff to warrant it. I am planning longer form content. It's just been... right now, the job search and the other minor work I've been needing to do takes precedent over what I need to record for long-form content. But I'm probably going to start with some long-form content on the Raspberry Pi tinkering I've been doing before I get into the firewalls and all that stuff I want to eventually do. My long-term goal is I want to be able to honestly make enough revenue from all the social media and stuff that I'm doing so I can actually get another internet connection. I want to bond, so there's like 3 different connections here. An internet, a static, my regular internet, a static internet, and then a backup cell internet. The reasons why is I want to have a different internet that if it falls down or that, I can actually show you live while I'm building things and have failovers and stuff. But I also eventually want to get a pfSense netgate, another appliance, and set everything up from scratch so I can show y'all how I do things and why I do things from the get-go. I think that'd be fun. Nothing fancy. I was thinking like a pfSense 1100, a basic Unify switch. I got another switch I can actually use for that. And then a basic Unify access point, and basically split out the internet connections. Hey, thank you for the follow. Dom the Wanderer, thank you for that. Is there an app to move all emails from one account to the other? Yes. Most email services have migration tools. Microsoft has one I use to actually move from, I was using Collab now up until they kind of really just started to get lackluster on the support and service end. They still don't have 2-factor from last I checked for, their webmail, their email connections and stuff. So Office 365 had one, Proton has one, Google Workspace I know has one. They all have migration tools to move in and out. Now there is platforms like Cloud Ally, which you can use that will actually manage the backups even better for you to Google Workspace and Office 365, as well as back up your entire tenant and other things. So, yeah, you can get Cloud Ally. You can also use the native tools. I use the native tools to move from Collab to Office 365 and from Proton.me to my private mail-in-the-box server that I used. Both of them work pretty well. Proton.me takes forever, though, because it's encrypting your files on the fly as they come in. So, Office 365 for all of my business emails took about a couple hours. Proton.me took about 3 or 4 days. Granted, there's a lot more email on the private server, but still, I think you can understand that's a huge difference. God, I love this gun. Thanks, love your TikTok, so I joined the stream. Hey, appreciate it, Dom the Wanderer. I think that's the best way to get a fresh start and log into the other account if I need to reference something. God damn it. I failed. I got a little too overzealous. Forgot to check the base. Proton is quick switch for you if you use Gmail or the other big emails. True, but I wasn't. It still took a minute to go from Collab, and Collab's got a pretty fast infrastructure too. It's not quick. No. It is not. Let's try that again. I'm gonna pull out after wave 5. Yo, Venom Hollow Slayer, how's it going? I think I'm gonna rock out till about midnight. I know I started my stream really late because I got really hyper-focused on the Twitch and Toot. By the way, I'm really surprised nobody actually picked up on the joke. Twitch and Toot? Come on! That's a funny name. I think it's my old personal Gmail 5 days to move over. Yeah, it takes a while. It's going good. That's good to hear, Venom. Yo. Thoughts on the Orange Pi 5? I haven't checked it out, so I have no opinions. I am trying to reach out to different vendors to try out different products, and also you guys can reach out to different vendors and say, hey, I bet Chief would probably be interested in trying this out. I've actually had a couple of vendors reach out to me because they say, hey, we've heard from a couple of our, you know, admirers and stuff. You would probably be interested in trying this out. You know me. I mean, I will be open and say I'm affiliated with certain products, but I also love to review products and promote them. And hell, I'm so stuck to my principles that I'm even foregoing the Yubico affiliate when the Talitis security key, the T key, comes out, because that thing is just freaking amazing. And I think it says a lot that I don't even want to talk for charge for any of my lessons and stuff. I find it weird when people are like, I want to pay you to, like, teach me, and will you be my mentor and stuff? And I'm like, I have a Discord. We can hang out. We can chat. I might read the Dante's Inferno and Demonology. I just play Doom. That's good enough for me. Master Chief. All right. So one thing I definitely want to start doing with the community once we can start growing a little bit more, I want to host a game server for Tribes 2. Specifically, if I can find the files for the Ultra XL mod and possibly learn how to server-side load maps again, I'd love to get a knockout, brawl-out, capture the flag game again, 16 versus 16. I'll settle for 8 on 8. My dad's 6'8". What's your opinion on the new Doom games? I really like the music for Doom 2016. Doom 3 is one of my all-time favorite Dooms. I love Doom 2016. It's a very, very, very close second. I just couldn't get too into Doom Eternal. Doom Eternal, I didn't like that they did this extra, like, oh, you're jumping around with powers and latching onto walls and It felt very, very out of place for Doom. It felt like they were like, ooh, Assassin's Creed does this. Should we do this in our game too? And I'm like, no. Double down on the shotgun in the face. Like, honestly, it trips me out that Doom 2016 has a pistol with infinite ammo. Alright, what wave are we on? Okay, this is the final wave before I get to pull out. This time, my pull-out game will be strong. Oops. I'll make it. You know. Ah! Right in the crack.
Strong.
Extraction is ready.
My pull-out game is strong in this game. That pistol sucks ass though. Doom Eternal in my top 5, but I see why people don't like it. That's what she said. Foxy lady. Dum, 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 upset. Did I make anything? Is there anything? Oh. Okay, I don't have enough components for that. I don't have a lot of these materials. I can't wait for Hades 2. I haven't played Hades. I haven't played a lot of games in like the past 6 or 7 years because I had to focus on my career and get my life on track. Like, I'm not joking. Most of the time I'm gaming, I'm on Twitch. So, that's kind of how I do it. The first was a great game. I see Supergiant Games becoming a big company. Do you see them becoming a Supergiant big company? Okay, real talk. Jimi Hendrix, he slaps in any generation. How come we don't got anything like Jimmy today?
I can't do this without you.
It feels like after the 60s and 70s, a lot of the good, you know, rock died. I forget in mobile defense, I can only really use my sword because my gun is a piece of shit because I got to put my laser back in.
Get me in and get ready to defend. I need access to a terminal. Find one and patch me in. I'm in, Tenno. This will take a moment.
You ever played Life is Strange? I know, but I think I actually have it in my library.
Still working on it.
The honest truth is, I got a lot of games because I was on Humble Bundle for many years, even though I didn't play many games. So there's a lot of games in my library I genuinely haven't played yet that I probably should. How much longer do I got? Okay.
Area completed. Move on.
God damn it. Damn it. Freaking maps. It's a good game. I suggested. I'm biased because it's my newest hyperfixation. What's it about?
Attack us and we will counter.
Terminal spotted. Upload me and prepare to defend. I'm in, Tenno. This will take a moment.
Alright, let's see. Where are we at? We got that.
Still working on it. Continue to defend.
I'm gonna try to get on a game earlier tomorrow, because I gotta only do groceries, really.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
Well, the first game is about a girl who gets to time travel. I'm gonna read that in a sec, because right now, my eyes are a little bit busy.
We are finished here. Move on.
You got any pets? Wait, yep. I got the dog. I didn't choose him. He chose me. And the warranties are over, so I can't return them anymore. I think I got a defective dog. He doesn't bark when I leave. He just whines like hell. My dog has separation anxiety like a mother.
Location reached.
My ex, I think, did that to him because she always just...
I'm in, Tenno.
the way she left, and she also tried to steal my dog and everything, and... yeah. Chinese say balloons flew over the US when Trump was in office, too. Dude, balloons have been flying over since, like, the fucking 1900s. Like, I don't really understand the point of militaries in the sense of a 21st century. I mean, like, everybody's like, oh, well, China, all this. Like, at the end of the day, if we actually start learning, which we're starting to, because, you know, now we don't have the ability to have nationalism, you know, be an excuse and shit. Not to get on a political rant. But, like, people are waking up to the fact that, like, oh, people in China are just like me. People in Iraq are just like me. We all just want to work and have peace and take care of our kids and have a nice future for them. Eventually, the Star Trek / Orwell future is going to be a thing if we frickin' just learn to grow the fuck up and stop fucking, you know, killing each other. Kind of don't understand militaries. Even though I kind of do, but I don't, at least in the modern sense. I'm not some crazy person that's like peace and love and everything, but at a certain point it's like, do we really need this anymore? I am now imagining someone hanging from a balloon, Mission Impossible stuff. Can you imagine that? Hello? Hello? Anyone down there? She sent me over here to spy on y'all. Okay, you want to understand the GOP's obsession? It's the same thing as what we had to go through growing up and everything, and I learned this from political science. Rome had the same problem. How do you distract a populace that is very disgruntled with the way that things are in their own society? Tents and circuses and distractions from the outside. Oh, yeah, there's these problems inside. But you know what? There are these barbarians at the gate. We gotta wage war against them. The obsession with the GOP in China is no different than they've had with the Soviet Union in the past and all that. Like, in all reality, the Soviet Union was going to collapse on its own, sooner or later. It's just the mechanics of the way things worked. Yeah, I agree with that statement. Chinese people are cool. The Chinese government is bad. I love the Chinese people. I love the Iranian people. I despise the Iranian government. And let me take it a step further. This might be controversial. I love the Israeli and Palestinian people. I despise both of their governments. I'm an equal opportunity hater. I broke bread with so many Palestinians in their homes. They don't even like their own government. That's why I don't understand people that are from outside in the U.S. like looking at it like, well, you know, Israel. I'm like, Israel sucks. Well, the Palestinians, they suck too. Why? Because both of them don't care about their own people. It's the same thing as in America. In America, we have to look at outside distractions with all these other things so that we don't focus inward, to focus and reflect and introspection and build what we need to do in our own backyard. So it's easier to point the finger at somebody else. If you're America, you're pointing at China and Russia. If you're Israel, you're pointing at Palestine. If you're Palestinian, you're pointing at America and Israel. It's literally a game of just everybody, the Spider-Man thing, of everybody pointing at each other, and then us and the regular people just looking at the governments like, hold up. Let me get the right voice for this.
Do you realize that you are the real monster?
Yep, I totally agree with that statement. I used to have a very, very black and white view on that whole situation until I lived in Israel. And I made friends on all sides. I made friends who were Druze, Palestinian Arab, Palestinian Christian, Palestinian Muslim. I've met friends that were Druze. There's a whole separate sect of Islam that is Druze. You have, there's like a whole other microcosm of different religions in there. And it just kind of makes you realize just it's not black and white.
Intel suggests there are rich enemy supply caches in the area, but I am unable to pinpoint their exact location. Search them out if you...
In Australia, everyone calls everyone a cunt. Yeah, that's true. That is my favorite word to use. Because my ex was British. So I became very, very familiar with it. You will regularly hear me shout, motherfucking cunt nuggets.
Device to force open the portal, destroy the key and the device.
But I truly believe the world would be a better place if we stopped pointing fingers at each other and started looking at each other. Because the thing I have to tell people is, if you're pointing a finger at somebody, just remember there's four pointing right back at you. Well, technically 3, because one of them's a thumb. But you get the point. That's a little too high. Okay. You were shiny. What was that? Oh.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
Oh, I know, you're fine. I knew you weren't meaning anything by it. You put it in quotes. Why didn't my message send twice? I don't know. See, the thing I don't like with the auto mod is it doesn't do well with nuance. Like quoted messages, things like that. But here's the stupid thing. My auto mod is at the minimum setting. And it's still stupid strict. Yeah, bots don't understand nuance. I can't wait until you actually have chat GPT and stuff implemented, so then it actually possibly could start understanding a little bit more nuance. I mean, it should ban me if I say the F slur or something. Yeah, I kind of try to do the bans myself because I've just experienced too many issues with the system. There was I forgot what it was we were talking about. It was something completely tech related and it accidentally timed out somebody.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
Have you seen that one dude who made an anti-GPT for people cheating with ChatGPT on tests and stuff? I think that is one of the dumbest things that you can do. Here's why. That just tells me that your education model is broken if a machine can automate the work. If you literally have to force them to do the work like that, because the reality is, I will be the first person, like, Yitz and I were actually talking about this, like, if we had kids one day, what we would do, or stuff like that. You know, with this ChatGPT stuff, and I'm like, they should know how to use it early on. I mean, they should understand how to think. I think the beauty about ChatGPT is you can't just make things with it. You have to know how to think, not what to think. And the honest truth is, the thing that I love about ChatGPT, just having used it for my own little coding project, you are easily going to be able to tell who is full of shit and who is the shit. Because, like, for example, when I'm doing my ChatGPT stuff, I have to think about how I am often presenting my question. What the hell? I had to back out just to go back in. Oh, that was weird. The dude is an enemy number one for a bunch of people. Yeah, totally agree. I will tell you straight up, if and when I have a kid one day, I'm going to be the number one proponent for ChatGPT and all that stuff, because the reality is, the education model we have is broken. It's broken. It's been broken. Okay. I'm gonna level with y'all. I barely passed high school.
The portal only allows travel in one direction.
I was not really interested.
The polarity.
I passed with like 1.8, 1.9 GPA. The second I went to college, though, although I didn't really even see the point in going to college for what I was doing, I went to ITT. I was falling asleep in classes and passing all the grades. I was doing all the tech classes in high school and acing those. I just did not like language and the things that, you know, required me to do homework because, like, okay, like, they'd put me in basic math classes and stuff, but I'd never apply myself to do the AP stuff. And then my dad had a bachelor's in mathematics, so he was literally teaching me algebra to the point that I remember in, like, 5th grade, the teachers told him, could you stop teaching your kid, algebra and such at home? And he's like, why? And I'm like, because he's making the other kids feel bad, because I was doing long division and everything else. And he's like, my son is bored and he's interested. When we go home, we play with computers and we do math and all this other stuff. My dad has an engineering background and everything, you know, so it's like, he had no time for bullshit. I despise school, but it can change for the better. It absolutely can change for the better if they allow us to have the tools. The problem is, it's designed to basically just be standardized by the federal level. And the reality is, if you look at the school test scores and everything since the federal government has been involved, nationally we've been declining because we're trying to standardize it more and take more control away from the teachers. The teachers are basically glorified test takers at this point. They have barely any control over their own curriculum. It's a problem. You're homeschooled now. Yeah, that seems to be the route.
Torsion beam device, but they've taken the void key. Find it.
I skipped most of high school, but I passed because I did most of the work. Yeah, I almost didn't pass on time. But it was one of those things where the principal did not want me in the school for another year because he knew bored me already crashed the school network and it was on my file in like 5th or 6th grade. 5th grade? It was 5th grade. Was it 5th grade?
More bugs. More shiny.
Somewhere around there.
No. No. No.
Quick, pick up the key.
I think it was 5th grade. I don't know. God, I'm old. It's been a while.
The key. Now get back to the portal.
But anyway. Yeah, they knew bored me was not going to be a good thing because, I basically kind of told the principal, like, look, I've already been bored and crashed the school network. You want me to go through another year just because I'm a credit and a half short? Imagine how bored I'm going to be when I barely have to do any classwork. And I still have to be here. It took me till senior year to get a goddamn IEP for my ADHD and autism. Luckily, my mom, as much of a cunt as she was, she did stay on top of my IEP and all that stuff and everything, so she was a good mom in that regard. But I wonder how much of that was more just so that she could get her jollies off of being good, seen as a good mom.
Objective.
A lot of things don't make sense growing up. Like, I had a really great mom, and I don't know what the fuck happened to her. It's like my mid-20s, she just flipped a switch. Early 20s.
You may want to locate them before leaving.
Wait, am I going the wrong way? I'm going the wrong way. We only got close when my doctor threatened legal action. But they failed intentionally, I bet. Pretty much. My dad's still in my life. Even if I have to basically tell him off because I'm pretty sure that he fell into a crypto scam and won't tell me how much money he's actually in the hook for because he keeps bothering me to give him crypto. And I'm like, bro, you are sounding exactly like all the gift card scams and everything. No, I basically had to tell my dad, I am not going to be discussing anything crypto related with you because it's too dangerous for you. I literally, me, literally sat down there with him, explained for 2 hours how to use crypto, bought him a Ledger Nano X, showed him how to use it. He got hands-on training from me. He knows he can call me anytime to, you know, ask questions. Still manages to find the one Chinese-owned crypto exchange that was only opened since October. And didn't believe me when I said, hey, I'm not digging too much deep into this, but every sign points towards scam. And he was still arguing with me. And it took Yitz diving in on his coding side to be like, yeah, this site ain't even legit or secure even for a basic site. Almost got expelled for getting access to the staff portal. I offered to boost a teacher's Wi-Fi. The way it boosted it was they signed into their terminal with their Wi-Fi login, which is also the staff login. I could see emails, contact info, religious status, occupation, So they're mad at you because they didn't fucking segment their network. How does that make sense? Well, you shouldn't have had access to all that. You shouldn't have given me access to all of that, motherfucker! Like, on one hand, you did what a teacher asked, and on the other, they're just like, well, you gave them access to all this stuff. You're a teacher. You shouldn't have access to all of that. And this is why government buildings and education facilities are the biggest targets for cybersecurity. Because they're run by fucking idiots. They don't believe in meritocracy. They believe in seniority. I crashed my high school's network twice in high school to make a point. Their camera system sucked ass. I didn't even need to brute force in the password for the camera's network. It was the school motto. Oh, jeez. Yeah. Believe it or not, you can actually get into most schools' networks merely by looking up their phone numbers, addresses, or school mottos or mascots. You got suspended for merely just showing how shit the IT guy is. Typical government work. The year after I graduated, they immediately changed to a system that was even more secure. Ha ha ha. So with my school when I left... So this is the funny story about how I got my final credits. They had, some schools have this thing called the senior project. There's an optional way that you can do extra, you know, curricular stuff during school and all that in your senior year. I had a good in with the tech teacher. So I approached him and I said, look, I'm a couple credits shy. They want me to, you know, come up with a project. I'm like, I broke the school network enough. How about I propose a hybrid Windows Linux model network that the school can possibly model off of for when I leave? That was my senior project. They walled me off so much from the network because they still didn't trust me for stuff, and I still found my way around it. And, yeah, my, high school teacher presented me with the award at graduation, and I managed to graduate high school because of my tech teacher. Because he understood, he's like, you're acing all of my classes. You need to get the hell out of high school. I don't know any of this stuff. You'll learn by osmosis. The only tech people I follow are you, Chief, and some ordinary gamers. Well, I appreciate that. You'll probably learn a lot of tech through osmosis hanging around me and the Discord and everything. Here's the kicker. I had access to disciplinary reports, parent info, classroom information. If you had one login, you could see information for the entire school. Not just what students, teachers had classes with, but every student as well from memory. I could see the teacher's email. I think I could see staff timetables. So they had a completely flat network with no security really set up. That's what you're telling me. Bro, an actual fed. Oh, what the hell? Did I not? I didn't make my way around there. Making my way around the universe. Driving fast. Moving fast and I'm homebound. This is Warframe.
Our intel suggests that our person of interest...
It's one of my go-tos besides Doom. I like this game. It's nice. It's a bit of a grind, but it's great. I always forget to switch to full auto.
We can't leave without rescuing the prisoner. Keep searching.
Alright, gotta take out those little drones. Or my progeny shall. Alright, Chief, what's this game called? It is Warframe. Really great game. Ah! Oh, wait, I actually did have to go down a level.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
Oh, shut the fuck up. Alright, let's go. Nice, got some endo. That still makes me laugh. They call it endo. Because I'm thinking endo.
The holding area. Careful.
Just started this game today. Been on it all today. Just got to Mercury. Hey! Great to hear. I've got my railjack and other stuff, so I'm just doing my grinds and stuff. Oh, I gotta do my save the hostage thing. But yeah, if you join the Discord, I do get on this regularly. I didn't all last week because I was a little bit busy. But we do try to, you know, do grinds on this together. God damn it.
We've reached the prison. Find our prisoner in one of these cells.
God damn it. It's not in that one.
This mission is a failure.
God damn it. But yeah, it's a really great game. The incompetence of Tennessee school admins, I swear. Oh, Tennessee? The only 10 I see on the CVE is the Tennessee. I installed a Chrome extension to auto-collect my Twitch points for me. There's a Chrome extension for that? Do they have it in Firefox? Let's go back to Uranus. Wait, let's do a Archwing mission. Do you have any Archwings that I haven't finished? It's assassination. That's a rescue. It's a sabotage. Ceres? No. Jupiter. I have a few maps I haven't hit, but... Europa. Crossfire Spy. Alright, we got an Archwing mission. There we go. Had a situation like that in my school where the teachers didn't do shit, so a year after I left, I think, or might have been my senior year, the male students from grade 10, so like 15 to 16 years, got spicy photos of most, if not all, the female students from their year group and some from the year below and put them on a Google Drive. Ooh. They were giving access to anyone who asked. Not sure what the punishment was, but the principal of the leader went to every class and grade and basically said, boys will be...
Do not let it escape.
You're talking about literal CP. They're talking about literal CP, and the school didn't do shit. Boys will be boys. That's literal CP.
Don't let it get away.
I'm baffled.
Engines down. Drones, take them out. That's one less turret. Generators are down. Now target ship systems. You disabled the courier, but this isn't over yet. They're going to try to destroy it to keep it out of our hands. Do not let them succeed.
Oh, I gotta defend the ship. Now that I've disabled it.
Hit the courier.
Yeah, that is absolutely disgusting. Like,
You secured the black box. We're all done here. Head to extraction.
that's some fucked up shit.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
My school then tried to get me investigated by the local PD for running an account on Snap that let victims call out the rape. So you had the PD investigate you because you were doing the right thing of trying to call out people who are violating people's right to have consent and bodily autonomy and all that. That disgusts me. That really disgusts me. Like, do we really wonder why most of these kids are so fucked up is because the education system has failed our children so much that they actually don't have any proper sense of justice, and then you're wondering why they turn around and they say, fuck all of these adults? There's your sign! Yeah, the culprits let the schooler got bullied out of the school last I checked. I mean, that's something, but it's not nearly enough. That is a black mark that should carry through. Like, I know kids do stupid shit, but I think kids should know enough to know not to go around, collect naughty photos of your underage classmates against their consent, and then share the shit out of that. Like, I hate to say this, I am absolutely fearful for my nieces as they grow up. Because, like, I'm a guy. I know what guys think. I know what guys will do. And yeah. Although, to be fair, I've met some pretty disgusting women in that regard too. People are just shit, period. Let's just go with that. So shit, I tried committing. I censored myself as soon as I read that. Yeah. That is fucked up that you went through that, and I am so sorry that you went through that. You should have been given the support that you need as you were a victim. Not, because I'm pretty sure that's probably carried some scars into your adult life, too. Whether or not you maybe realize or admit it or that, it's probably, because I know, like, there's a lot of shit I went through that I'm like, I went to a relatively Jewish school and still faced anti-Semitism amongst my friends, which is the reason why I don't hang out with a lot of them. I don't associate with any of them anymore. It was one of those, like, looking back, I was like, you were really fucked up to say this or, you know, do this or, you know, things like that. So,
Located. Bring them in.
I don't know what the hell I'm supposed to do there, but okay. Yeah, I have a addiction because of it. Well, I hope you've been managing that okay. And if you haven't, I understand. And I hope that you can get the peace that you rightfully deserve. Not saying you're ever going to be 100%, because, like, we all got our things I went through. I can't compare what I went through. I mean, I was almost murdered because of being Jewish and all that. It's a little bit different. That's left its marks, especially with the fact that my own father's side didn't really believe that it was because I was Jewish and thought, well, you must have done something to cause it until, like, oh, and then there was the Orthodox rabbi that told me, well, you shouldn't have been doing work on Shabbat and that maybe wouldn't have happened. And I'm like, yeah, I can see why a lot of people don't really deal with the older generation anymore. But, we all have our issues, and unfortunately, the older generations really did let us down. All right, let's see. Where are we at? Yeah, I just glossed over that, didn't I? Yeah, I was almost murdered by 3 Neo... I can't finish that because I'm on TikTok, but you know what the rest of that statement is. Wrong place, wrong time. Merely just went over to my best friends to help his dad do some yard work. Apparently, they had some equipment stolen. From my understanding, they were growing some marijuana. And of course, their logical explanation for somebody stealing their shit is, oh, we're just gonna blame the Jewish guy who barely comes over and only, you know, hangs out with his best friend. Because he probably took it. Oh, and the cops were basically connected to the guys, too, so I never got my justice. The youngest maybe got 1 year probation, but he's dead because he had a rap sheet so long when I went to the juvenile detention center to get his record print out. The juvenile prosecutor literally turned around to the assistant and said, just turn off the printer after like page 15 because he's like, I got enough. Like, the guy, before he was 18 years old, had a rap sheet that long, already shot people and everything. 1 year probation, because the judge looked at him and said, oh, the drugs make you do this. And I'm like, no, the drugs don't make him do that. He got the drugs because that makes it fun. Some people genuinely don't do things because of the drugs. They do it because they were raised in a shit environment. Well, anyway, he apparently died in a robbery or something. The older one is in jail. Pretty much for life. The kid at least was taken away by Child Protective Services. I am so thankful for that because I worked so hard with CPS to make sure that happened. Oh, and the father eventually lost their house and the house got bulldozed over. Mother left him, from what I remember. The fiance of the oldest one that's still alive, well, she ain't got nothing to do with them, from my understanding. So their life pretty much fell apart afterwards. Yep. What am I doing? I was supposed to go capture this guy. What the hell? Oh. It's down here. I've been hate crimed for being queer after graduation. My trauma never ends, so I understand the trauma associated with that, Chief. Yep. Hell, I've been out to everyone but my father's side for years. My dad knows. The rest of my dad's side doesn't. It's always kind of weird when my grandmother comes over and is like, oh, you've met my friend Yitz, right? Thank God none of them use social media. Like, do you understand I had to literally yell at my dad when he's like, well, if you'd stop wasting your time with all the social media shit, and I literally had to be like, this is my media kit. I have 300,000 people that follow me. My only fault was I didn't monetize my shit properly. I'm working on that. Long term, I would like to be a tech and cybersecurity creator long term. I failed that because I was talking too much. I remember my stepdad got drunk and got in a fight with my mom, and it got somewhat physical. Almost lost some of my dogs. My favorite house because my stepdad a lot. He's better now, and I'm still with him to this day. This has only happened once, by the way. Well, as long as it's only been once, and he's learned from his mistake. Some people just can't handle their booze. Let's do another railjack. Let's check how this is gonna go for single player. He has his regrets too. Well, that's the most important thing. As long as, you know, he can... I always tell people we learn more from mistakes than we do from success. So, as long as that mistake wasn't too egregious and you had a learning experience from it,
forces massing along
it can be a building block for something greater.
bodyguard detail.
But it's important that, you know,
Infiltrate and terminate.
lessons be learned.
They have launched fighters. Missile impact imminent. Enemy squadrons have maintained pressure.
Ah. Gotta get the big fucking gun, because the bot won't shoot the big gun.
Enemy fighters are falling back. Good work.
Bye!
Missiles incoming.
Bye!
Boom. Cruise ship eliminated. Focus on remaining targets.
I need ammo, though. I think I gotta go craft some ammo. Okay, where the hell do I craft ammo again?
Missile launch detected.
I'm gonna have to figure that out in a bit. Damn it. That ammo didn't replenish. Okay, where was that crafting station he told me about? What's the slingshot? I should play with that later.
All hands brace for missile impact. Arcwing slingshot loaded. 10-0 in the barrel.
Nope. Oh, is it down here? Yeah, I think it's down here somewhere. That's the exit. Thank God I got the shields boosted on this thing. Oh yeah. It is in the back somewhere here. I just gotta remember where to craft my frickin' missiles and shit. There we go.
Missiles en route. Evade.
The hell? Okay. Not enough resources to craft. Oh, you're useless. God, I gotta level up some of my railjack stuff then. I have collated to the Addist. I have attempted to make a GitHub report repository to for open sense for cleanliness. GitHub has said upload a smaller file. It's 293 megabytes of ads and comments. Yeah, that'll do it. All right. Kill the galleon captain. God damn it. Am I gonna have to really wait for this frickin' gun? Do I have to upgrade this gun? That's annoying. I'm gonna have to ask Jay how to do that stuff a little bit better. I have a question about cybersecurity, IT, and network admin stuff. Should I go to community college or do the certifications? I'm gonna recommend certifications. By the time you're in class for college and community college and all this, and they're putting in a textbook, you are 3 to 4 years behind. You are better off getting the certifications. Oh, perfect timing, Jay. I was doing some Railjack stuff on my own, and I was getting close to wrapping up for the evening, actually. But I was like, gonna be on Warframe again tomorrow. Yeah, how do I craft fucking the main cannon guns so that I can blow those cruise ships up in the Railjack? Because I could only craft 2. So I have a question about for cybersecurity, IT, and network admin stuff. Should I go to... Okay, so I would say I generally recommend the certifications and self-education route. Now, I'm not saying it's for everybody. Some people are better off learning how to go in a class and sit down and be taught. That's personal preference. But I will say, if you can swing it, grab yourself some Raspberry Pis. Get yourself some spare computers from, like, DellRefurbished.com. Dome charges might need an engineering intrinsic, and forges can only do one job at a time, then it cools down for a minute. Ah, that'll explain it. Yeah, I need to do the intrinsics and all that. So we'll probably run through that tomorrow when I do the Railjack more. But back to the stuff. So, like, I actually don't have any certifications. I'm now considering getting certifications. But everything I know, I've learned doing myself. And a lot of the stuff, like PF Sense, all of that stuff, it came out with the tech before a lot of it was mainstream and in college. Like, I was learning intrusion detection and prevention systems and VPNs before it was commonplace for a lot of the classes, at least at the level I was doing it. I literally... There's a streamer on here, Fasudo. I'm Fasudo. I'm friends with him. He will tell you... This is a mod that's 60% chance not to use a dome charge. Ooh, that's nice. I'm Fasuda will tell you, we were in class together. We had the Linux class. I literally would fall asleep and, like, the teachers would try to pick on me to be like, oh, he's not paying attention in class. We're going to make an example out of him. And I would embarrass these teachers because I literally was already working in the field at the time while these teachers were just trying to get a paycheck. And they were so far behind, they were literally reading off the sheet in the Linux class, I remember. I'm not going to say the teacher's name, but he would read off the sheet, and I'd say, you don't need to do that. You're actually making it more complicated. You can chain the command. I remember he was doing a simple apt, and he was like, well, you do sudo apt update, and then you do this. And I'm like, no, you're going to do apt update and then apt upgrade -y, chain it as one command so you can just pass it through. And then you can do dist upgrade if you need to force the upgrades for it. And then you also would want to set a cron job for your security updates. And, like, all this. And it was literally like he got so pissed off. He's like, well, if you know so much, why don't you just come up and teach the class? Rob will tell you, I literally taught the class. But seriously, you can learn a lot more in the field doing the tinkering on your own than you will ever be able to do in the class, because the class is going to be 3 to 4 years behind. You'll get a handicap with that. I'm actually great with Linux, LOL, and I haven't been taught by a school. So the honest truth is you'll be held back by a class. I'm not fucking joking with you. And with the amount of money you can spend on a college, you could have bought all your certifications. The certifications are what matter more than anything. And when I say the certifications matter more than anything, I don't mean go in and get every certification, because that's a red flag. Focus on the core ones you need. If you're entry level, you're probably going to want at least A+. I don't have it, but it's at least a decent one to have. You're probably going to want to look at, like, Security Plus or Network Plus. There's also CISP, CCNA. Yeah, cough up the money for certification. Now, the nice thing is, Sammy, the study materials for all these tests are free. So you can learn the information, which is what I did for years, off of the study materials, and then just pay for the test. And I highly recommend doing it that way, so that when you have the money, you don't have to spend it multiple times for the test. Not every IT job asks for a university college certification in IT and lean more toward the comp TIA courses. Yeah. ChatGPT, here I come. ChatGPT is totally worth it. My work is willing to pay for me to sit the comp TIA exams. Perfect, perfect. Do they also give you hourly pay on top of the exams? If so, then definitely go for it because, you know, of course, you're getting paid. My advice to you, if they, stop lying, they got PhDs, bro. They don't have PhDs in the class, in most of the tech classes. And the honest truth is, I would be very weary of a lot of the tech people who have a PhD. That implies you've been more in the academia life than you've been in the field. The exceptions to the rule would be, like, say, if you got somebody like Linus Torvalds, the maker of Linux, or one of these big guys. They will let me sit the exams during work hours. Awesome, because my follow-up was going to be, if they make you sit through the exams and they require it as part of your work, and it's outside of work hours, demand to be paid for that time, because that is work-related. Don't ever let these jobs take advantage of you. Because here's the thing. Here's the thing I'm going to tell everybody that comes into the field. Everyone's going to demand loyalty of you. But when it comes down to it, are they going to have loyalty for you? Probably not. Be loyal to yourself. Be loyal to your friends and your colleagues. But to corporate entities, don't be willing to walk out with 2 fingers held high. Now, of course, be respectful at your job and everything. I've only held the 2-finger salute for the one extremely toxic job that I've had. What the hell was I trying to do? Oh, yeah. Brain. Fart. Yeah. I don't like the spy missions. They annoy me. Let's at least get one more mission in before I may call it a night. I like this hat. It's like the perfect hat. It fits right over the microphones. It's great. Freedom!
Keep the enemy busy while a fellow
Freedom! Freedom!
ready.
Oh, and also, I know I've been bad about putting the VODs on for the past few days, so I am going to be doing a mega upload of the past several streams onto YouTube. There is a YouTube VOD channel, so all of these Twitch streams I do upload. I like to keep it within the 24 hours, so that way they're there. There, of course, is the regular YouTube channel, which will eventually be getting longer form content.
By fallen enemies.
They will let me study a bit during work, but considering they will let me sit the exam and take those qualifications during work hours, they do expect that I do put some work in and out of hours. Rightfully so. The qualifications are under requirement, but are preferred. Okay, so my question is, if they're going to pay for it, are they also going to compensate you for when you are leveling up your skills to, basically what I'm saying is, once you get that certification, they gonna pay you more? Because, I'm gonna be honest with you, if they aren't, the second you get that certification, consider looking at other employers, not just not because they're a dick or anything, but I mean, money's money, bro.
Delivered a life support capsule to the area. Activating it will buy you more time.
I do believe so, yes. I will look into it, though. Yeah. I mean, always go for the route of bettering and improving yourself, but always with that means you better be bettering and improving your pay. Hell, I got jobs that are offering me meager pay right now. Look, I'm gonna be honest. 50, 60K for help desk positions, pretty low. I'll take it for now until I get something better. If I get something landing my way, but, only if it's remote. I'm shooting for about 90 to 100 myself.
Life support activated. Life support on.
Oh, and I managed to figure out the whole LinkedIn BS. Yeah, it came down to we had a, support person who definitely did not have good reading comprehension skills, and no offense, it reminded me of dealing with my family, who's a bunch of, immigrants. With them, you have to, put things in bullet point and condense it and be very concise. Otherwise, if you give them an entire paragraph, they will not read it. Or at least comprehend it appropriately. I don't apply to jobs that show their salary or hourly pay on their jobs I post. So I apply to them, but then in the first questions, I always ask them that. And they're like, well, it's based on experience. I'm like, I understand that, but do you understand my experience is vast, so I need to know what pay range I'm in. Oh, and what trips up a lot of these employers and stuff is when I say, look, I have options. If I really want to, I can double down on my content creation and easily come out the end in probably 6 to 12 months. Which, by the way, my goal is I do want to cover CES in next year. I want to cover the Consumer Electronics Show, PAX, possibly hit up TwitchCon. Really lean into the networking and tech and all that stuff. But I'm not going to be the typical tech creator of, oh, look, here's your graphics card with this and all that. I'd probably be closer to level 1 techs in that regard than anything.
Another life support capsule.
Gen Z won't apply to jobs if they don't disclose salary or pay. Look, I look at it this way. I got nothing but time on my hands, so at the very least, I get the good interview in. Sometimes I walk out with decent connections on these interviews, but I also will tell them, nah, I ain't gonna take the job if it's not gonna pay me enough. Oh, and the thing I absolutely hate, there is like almost no reason for most of these tech jobs to be not work from home. I'm really waiting for a lot of these boomers to age out, though.
Tenno, prepare for life support.
Like, my last boss only offered me like $50,000 before I left. And I literally got a job that paid me double, like, right after. And I told them straight up after they got me their raise, I'm like, this is only $10,000 in 4 years I've been here. I went from 40 to 50. That's not even keeping up with inflation or average pay raises or anything. So I said, look, I'm out. And last I heard, they are struggling. Prefer I work from home when I worked for Bank of America. No, I totally understand that. Makes sense. What time is it? I think it's getting to be about that time. Let's see, who do we got on? Ah! Speaking of I'm Fasudo, looks like he's playing Call of Duty Warzone right now. So it's about 12:40, guys. I think I'm going to be wrapping up for the night and raiding out to my buddy I'm Pseudo. Only done retail and customer service representative work, so I wanted to attack. No, I totally understand that. But I'm going to be raiding out to my buddy I'm Pseudo. Yeah, it's bedtime, Sugarloo. Say hi to him. Please follow my Discord, my Mastodon, my Twitch. I don't care if you follow my Twitter anymore. YouTube, TikTok. I'm here for all of y'all. I love all of you. Thank you all for joining me. Let's get this raid going to I'm Pseudo. Make sure to send him my love, because he's my real-life friend, my brother from another mother. Even though we aren't biologically related, he's still my boy. Let's see. All right. Getting that raid going. Raid. All right. Looks like we're just waiting for the viewers to count in. All right. Well, I am going to be ending the stream right now, and then we're going to be raiding out. Thank you all for joining me. I'll probably be back on tomorrow after I get some groceries and stuff. I'm going to be doing more Twitch streams and stuff often until I get my job. Once I get a job, I'll get an established schedule for y'all, and I'll keep y'all posted. I love all of you. Thank you. Thank you for everything.